Item number 1, consider approving a resolution allocating payment in lieu of tax funds to fire districts for fire suppression on federal lands within Mesa County. Matt Lewis, Deputy County Director. Aloha.
Good morning. Good morning, Board. Matt Lewis, Deputy County Administrator. I am bringing to you today for your consideration a resolution that would allow Mesa County to use payment in lieu of taxes money or PILT funds to support our local fire districts that have federal lands within their fire district boundaries. It's not often I get to present back to you something that originated as an idea of a different way for you to support our local fire districts, but knowing full well that you have long been supportive of our fire districts, I've worked with our Fire Chiefs Association to bring this forward to you today. As you know, many of our fire districts often respond to and fight fire on federal lands that fall within their districts. And they do that without a tax base that they collect funding for when they go out into those federal lands and use their resources to protect our community. And so we have allocated, it is a permissible use of our PILT funds, which are designed for that purpose to offset the loss of tax revenue in federal lands. We have allocated a portion of those PILT funds to directly support our fire districts within Mesa County. Working with our Fire Chiefs Association, we came up with a couple different ways to try and make this equitable. And ultimately, with their support, we landed on using GIS information to figure out the actual number of federal acres within each of our fire protection districts, allocating a value to those acres and simply doing the math. And then once a year, we would transfer those funds to those respective fire district boards within our county. Ultimately, this resolution entertains $100,000 coming out of our PILT funds to support our fire districts, and that would go to our 12 different fire districts within Mesa County. We've also worked with our finance department to make sure that this is something that they can take on and make that timely transfer to our fire districts, and they're prepared to do so. So with that, I would entertain any questions you have or ask you to entertain this resolution.
Commissioners, do you have any questions or comments on this item?
No questions. Thank you, Matt, for doing this. Very appropriate use of PILT funding. In addition, most of those rural districts clearly don't have the tax base to fight federal fires. So happy to help in any way we can based on their really inability to raise that revenue and fight the fires they need to. Although we understand as well that the state and federals come in heavy when we have those fights, but up front, that battle is local until it grows to a certain size. So thank you for doing this. Completely support this proposition.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, just one comment or maybe a question as well in regards to Turner Gulch Fire, which was near Gateway. So I'm assuming that the Gateway Fire District was probably first to respond and probably could utilize the PILT funds based on using the Turner Gulch as a fire scenario?
This would go into effect moving forward once you make a decision whether to adopt this or not. So it wouldn't be relevant to the Turner Gulch, but going forward, it would certainly prepare those fire districts should we have future fires where they are, as you said, the initial response to everything that happens within Mesa County. They would be better prepared, hopefully, or at least better funded. Maybe that's more appropriate, better funded to go out and do that work.
Okay.
These PILT funds will just create some sustainability with the federal dollars that we get from our payments in lieu of taxes on the public lands. And there's a formula that is population and then federal lands that the feds look at, and that's how they allocate it. We've long advocated for continued payment in lieu of taxes, the PILT funding. We've been very successful in making sure that has not gone down. It really is kind of pennies on the dollar, but it is something. And so we really want to make sure that PILT funding stays solid. But in this case, when it comes to our fire districts, this will just be some sustainability in the long run. We can't plan for these fires necessarily. We don't always see them coming, but this will create some sustainability and consistency there. And then when it comes to fires, the feds and the state are really good partners in making sure that we have funding to tackle this. We don't always see it right away, but we do have good partnerships with the states and the feds when we do have these larger fires. Thanks, Matt, for working on this. I know it was, it's a lot just to try and get all the moving parts and get a calculation that met the needs. But I think this goes a long way to support where we can.
Thank you.
Okay, does anyone in the audience have any questions or comments on this item? Okay, seeing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the item as published.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.